right now on 18 Eyewitness News.
I'll let you know what your weekend weather will be like.
You can now hike on the Shepherd Mountain hiking trail. Also, dozens of spectators were injured in a fireworks show in California. Plus, an investigation is underway in Seattle after a man is found with weapons. 18 Eyewitness News starts now.
18 Eyewitness News starts now.
The new Shepherd Mountain hiking trail in the Arcadia Valley is open for business after years of planning and doing. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Fred Dawkins. Our top story on 18 Eyewitness News, Ironton Mayor Bob Ludward says the project got started in 1999 when the city stepped in.
A developer bought this part of Shepherd Mountain, and they were going to clear cut it and develop it. And the city stepped in because we did not want that to happen. We wanted to maintain the natural beauty of the mountain here in Ironton. So the city bought the mountain to keep it from being developed.
The trail opened on Thursday in time for the Independence Day holiday. Bob says that the only hiking allowed on the trail. He also mentioned that the trail is wide enough to get the city's Humvee up the trail, just in case someone gets injured. A strange sideshow in the Edward Snowden case. An incident involving the president of Bolivia has him threatening to close the U.S. embassy. President Evo Morales says Washington pressured several European countries to refuse to allow his plane to fly through their airspace on Tuesday. It was believed that Snowden could have been on board when the plane left Moscow. Several Latin American leaders are joining Morales' complaint that the incident was a violation of national sovereignty. A former juvenile officer is now facing a charge of stealing. 37-year-old Joe Mays, a former juvenile officer of Fredericktown, has been charged with the Class C felony of stealing. Court records indicate that a juvenile officer reported to the Farmington Police Department that he discovered Mays was falsifying documents for payment of about $800 in mileage reimbursement and wages. Lieutenant Jeff Kreitz interviewed Mays, who admitted to falsifying mileage and hourly logs on at least 3 occasions by indicating he was meeting with juveniles when he was not. He said he was conducting other meetings for which he was requesting payment. Thousands of volunteers swarmed the nation's capital this week to help pack 1 million meals for Kids Against Hunger, an international food relief organization. For some young Americans, it was a way to celebrate Independence Day by helping free children from hunger and starvation. The organization provides nutritious soy and rice casserole packs to children and their families in 60 countries. Now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our weekend forecast. And Dustin, is it going to rain or shine?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Temperatures across the area on the warm side this evening. 81 right now in Potosi, 81 in Ironton, 82 in Fredericktown. Cape Girardeau calling in right now at 83 and 81 right now in St. Genevieve. Looking ahead for the next several hours, cloudy skies, temperature about 80 degrees at 7 p.m., 74 by 9, by midnight down to about 69. More details on your weekend weather forecast coming up in just a little bit.
And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, dozens of spectators were injured in a fireworks show in California. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Dozens of spectators were injured in Simi Valley, California Thursday when a malfunction just 2 minutes into the show sent fireworks flying into the crowd. Heather Sales has more.
Thousands were watching this professional display in Simi Valley, an LA suburb, when something terrible happened. malfunction just 2 minutes into the show sent fireworks into the crowd. Police are still investigating, but say it appears the accident happened when a platform holding the fireworks tipped over. Paramedics took 20 people to the hospital with minor to moderate injuries.
I thought it was pretty spectacular, and then everything just went crazy, and everybody started screaming, and everything that was supposed to happen didn't happen. So it was pretty frightening. And a block of wood about this big came shooting down, and it hit the side of my leg.
We had bits and pieces of fireworks coming at us. A big round cylinder block hit the person sitting next to me.
After the accident, authorities immediately stopped the show and evacuated the field. A bomb squad deactivated the remaining fireworks. Nationally, fireworks safety is a big concern with trauma professionals. They treat 10,000 people a year for fireworks injuries. And ironically, their advice is to go to professional displays rather than risk setting off explosives at home.
A new report from a libertarian-leaning think tank rates Missouri's highway systems 8th in the nation for overall cost and condition. The annual survey conducted by the Los Angeles-based Reason Foundation was based on data from 2009. That's the latest year with full spending statistics available. With about 34,000 miles of highway under state control, Missouri's in the 7th largest state-administered system in the country. The report ranked Missouri first in the nation for the condition of rural interstate pavement, but 18th for the urban interstate pavement condition. The study also ranks Missouri 16th in urban interstate congestion, 28th in fatality rates, and 37th in deficient bridges. Well, beginning on March 1st of this year, federal law required Ozark National Scenic Riverways to reduce its annual budget. The park had to reduce and absorb these cuts the first fiscal year ending on September 30th. As difficult as it was, the closing of Reimer's Primitive Campground was one of the budget reduction decisions. However, due to the support of local communities, Reimer's Campground has just opened in time for the long 4th of July weekend. Faye Walmsley explains to 18 Eyewitness News how this all came about.
We had a group of local volunteers, the Shannon County commissioners, and other local volunteers that wanted to open that facility for the public. And so they approached the park, and they went ahead and signed a volunteer agreement of the tasks that are necessary to maintain that facility, including cleaning restrooms, mowing the grass. So that is open for visitor use this weekend.
For more information, you can call 323-4236. A man who was to go on trial for murder later this month entered a plea of guilty to voluntary manslaughter. 29-year-old Jason Roberts of Farmington pleaded guilty to the Class B felony of voluntary manslaughter as a prior and persistent offender. His prior convictions included possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute in Crawford County and second-degree assault in St. Francis County. Circuit Judge Kenneth W. Pratt followed the plea agreement and sentenced Roberts to life in prison. Under the sentence, Roberts can be considered for parole. Up next on 18 Eyewitness News, an investigation is underway in Seattle after a man is found with weapons. 18 Eyewitness News continues after this.
Here's Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for Restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crosley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
As I get ready to go into surgery, I remind myself what it's about. It's about God. It's about caring. It's about trust. It's about respect. It's about back pain. It's about neck pain. It's about questions. It's about answers. It's about people, not just patients. It's about you. It's about us. It is Heartland Spine. Changing lives, saving lives. That's what we do.
Police in Seattle are investigating a Nevada man after arresting him near the University of Washington campus with a truck full of weapons. Officials say the 21-year-old, whom police declined to identify, was driving a stolen pickup truck out of Montana. He had a scoped rifle, shotgun, body armor, and several incendiary devices with him. Police say there is no active threat against the community, but they are still continuing to investigate.
Well, anytime that you have someone who has body armor, I think someone here alluded to it, body armor, long guns, and then also incendiary devices, that's a significant concern.
Authorities say the man is not cooperating with police. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has joined the investigation. Well, Wappapello Lake is the place to enjoy Independence Day weekend activities. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is welcoming you on Saturday for the annual Ranger Willie B. Safe's Wet and Wild Water Fest. This event is free. It's co-sponsored with the SEMO Regional Water Safety Council and will be held at the Redmond Creek Beach from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Day use fees will be waived at the Redmond Creek Beach for the event. Concessions will be provided by the Wappapello Fire Department. Waterfest makes about learning safety for a blast for the whole family. There you can take the Waterfest challenge and build your own cardboard boats and race them. All materials will be supplied. Kids games will be conducted near the registration booth. To see a list of the events and times, visit our website, kdkz18.com. A Western Missouri family has finally received the medals a loved one earned in Vietnam thanks to a persistent Alabama man. Sergeant Steve Cummings was 20 years old when he died in an ambush while pulling wounded men from the battlefield. The medals, along with letters describing Cummings' bravery, had been stashed in a storage unit in Alexander City, Alabama. A man who bought the unit found them and worked with an Alabama TV station to find Cummings' survivors. On Thursday, they were delivered to Cummings' 88-year-old mother, Betty Cummings, in Gladstone. Well, a two-vehicle crash in western Missouri has killed 5 people, including 3 children. The Missouri State Highway Patrol reports the accident occurred Thursday afternoon when the victim's westbound vehicle ran off a Cass County road just east of Archie, overcorrected, and skidded sideways across the roadway. Their vehicle was then struck in the side by a second vehicle which was traveling east. The driver of the second vehicle sustained minor injuries.
More than 70% of the U.S. experience back or neck pain within our lifetime. For many, it goes away within 4 to 6 weeks, but some require more than just time. If you need help treating your back or neck pain, contact Dr. Frank Hayward at Heartland Spine Institute. Dr. Hayward is the area's expert in minimally invasive and laser spine surgery. Tiny incision, big results. Changing lives, saving lives. That's what we do.
Here is your Storm Tracker forecast.
Right now we're seeing a temperature of 83 degrees and a cloudy sky. What feels like 84 out there. Current dew point 64 with 53% humidity and a southeast wind at 5 miles per hour. Throughout the area we're seeing temperatures in the low 80s. Not too bad at all. But it's broaden that picture out just a little bit. In the state of Missouri, we're seeing temperatures in the 80s as well. So temperatures not too bad. 81 right now in Columbia, down in Springfield, 84, 83 in Kansas City, 82 right now in St. Louis. Here's what our forecast headlines look like. Maybe a pop thunderstorm on your Saturday. We're also seeing warm temperatures moving in. I'll show you that in the 7-day forecast. Looks like Sunday is definitely going to be on the dry side, so that's a good thing. All right, here's what our forecast looks like for your Saturday. We do have that chance of a pop thunderstorm here or there. Otherwise, it's going to be dry. Don't be surprised if you do see that pop thunderstorm. Here's what our forecast looks like this evening. If you're going out and about late tonight, 63 to 68 for your overnight low. Isolated thunderstorms, light to variable winds, and it's a slim chance for isolated thunderstorms. Same for tomorrow, 85 to 88 with a south wind 5 to 10. Looking ahead the next several days, we're going to see a partly sunny sky on your Sunday, 89. Then isolated thunderstorms move in for pretty much all week next week. Temperature around that 91, 92 degree mark. Then it's cooling off just a little bit in the upper 80s for Thursday and Friday. Don't forget to get the latest weather information at our website, kdkz18.com.
In today's Focus on the Family with Dr. Bill Meyer, inspiration for recording your most precious memories. And the Lone Ranger rides again to a theater near you. But this time, Tonto reveals the whole truth. Now, before you saddle up to see it, find out if the content will have you galloping out of the theater door. That's coming up today in Plugged In Movie Review. We'll be right back.
We all all need to take responsibility in our lives and start thinking about how do we want to be treated at the end of our lives. I would definitely say Serenity Hospice Care is an expert in their field. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's help a phone call away. If it were me and I was diagnosed with a terminal illness, absolutely, I would choose Serenity Hospice Care.
When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
It's something we always like to think about getting around to eventually, organizing those snapshots, maybe creating a scrapbook. Well, in today's Focus on the Family, Dr. Bill Meyer brings us some inspiration to get going.
We've got family scrapbooks of pictures, and it starts with their birth and goes all the way through high school graduation.
Robin and Tom are experts at recording memories. Along with the family scrapbooks, they've got videos of their kids' special moments, school memory books complete with old report cards, and even mementos like baby shoes.
And each of them have a baby book like this, with all those firsts that are so hard to remember.
When did I originally say, wow, I've got to memorialize this, in some way? It was probably at the birth of our kids, and then just any event that I thought, this is cool, I gotta keep this so we can see it again, or I gotta show this to somebody. And then he shifted to the other side because they got another Dutch fighter on the other side.
Their kids are grown now, and the technology for capturing those special memories has changed. But Robin and Tom are keeping on top of it.
These are computer files and screensavers, and you can send pictures back and forth, and so that's fun.
Our kids are a lot better at it than we are. They'll take pictures of their cell phones and then they'll send them over to our email.
Whether it's old or new technology, preserving family memories does take time and effort. So with everything else in our busy schedules, you might ask, why bother?
Memories are incredible. They not only give smiles, but I think they also give healing. You touch those life moments that maybe have gotten a little foggy.
One of our sons has a picture of standing in Dad's cowboy boots, which are kind of up to his thighs. Those are the kinds of things that you don't remember and you have to capture in a picture.
When I look at our lives, we have been busy the whole time. I think it's a matter of priority, a matter of perspective to say that we don't want to miss these events.
So preserve those memories not just for yourself, but for your children and for their children. It truly is a priceless gift. For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
Robin and Tom say one benefit to their son's extensive scrapbook is helping their new daughter-in-law get to know family history. For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, visit our website, KDKZ18.com, and click on the Focus on the Family link. Today's Plugged In Movie Review looks at the new film, The Lone Ranger.
In Disney's new version of The Lone Ranger, a bookish lawyer named John Reed is deputized as a Texas Ranger by his heroic brother Dan. Immediately thereafter, though, the gun-shy guy rides into an ambush set by a nefarious, cannibalistic evildoer named Butch Cavendish. Left for dead, John is rescued by a mysterious Comanche named Tonto. The Native American makes John a mask and suggests that he remain dead in the eyes of the world.
There'll come a time when good man must wear mask. Let's do this.
And the two ride into the West to avenge past wrongs, save innocents of the Old West, and capture evildoers. Did I say capture? I meant kill. While the Lone Ranger we remember from the past never shot to kill, and this one would rather not if he can help it at first, Tonto is out for blood. It turns out that Cavendish and his fellow evildoers slaughtered most of Tonto's tribe, and he aims to wreak retribution.
Justice is what a man must take for himself.
The result is a surprisingly dark, bloody movie that has little in common with its more innocent forebears. Bad guys eat hearts. Good guys kill villains with nary a blink. prostitution is winked at, and while the movie holds Native American spiritualism in high regard, Christianity is treated as, at best, a silly, ineffective faith, or at worst, a tool for the West's worst villains. Though it has some fun points and goes light on language, I can only give The Lone Ranger 2.5 hi-ho silvers out of 5 for family friendliness. For an in-depth review on this film or anything else at your local theater, visit us at PluggedIn.com. Plugging you into the movies, I'm Cheryl Wilhelmy for Focus on the Family's Plugged In Movie Review.
Now, we've got a lot of information on current movies, DVD releases, as well as music, games, and TV shows. You can visit our website for more, KDKZ18.com, and click on the Plugged In Movie Review link.
For 15 years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crossley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
This is Sports Zone.
Eric Abar climaxed a 3-run 9th-inning rally with an RBI single Thursday, giving the Los Angeles Angels a 6-5 win over the St. Louis Cardinals. Los Angeles won for the 8th time in 9 games, with the Cardinals' Edward Mujica suffered his first blown save of the season in 22 chances. St. Louis starter Adam Wainwright was still on the mound at the start of the 9th, but he gave up a leadoff single to Albert Pujols and was then relieved by Mujica. Pinch hitter Salvador Perez drove in 3 runs with a pinch hit 8th-inning double Thursday that helped out the Kansas City Royals, beating out Cleveland 10-7. Reliever Brian Shaw started the bottom of the 8th with a walk to George Kataris and then hit pinch hitter Elliott Johnson with a pitch before giving away to Rich Hill. The runners advanced on a pass ball, and Hill then walked Jared Dyson intentionally to load up the bases. Drew Stubbs had 2 hits for the Indians, including a 2-run home run, and finished with 4 RBIs. Carlos drove in 2 runs for Cleveland. And the St. Louis Blues signed defenseman Jordan Leopold to a 2-year contract on Wednesday. The 32-year-old Leopold was an in-season acquisition, posting 2 assists in 15 games for the Blues following a March 31st trade to Buffalo. He played all 6 games during St. Louis's first-round playoff loss to Los Angeles. For his career, the Minnesota native has totaled 65 goals and 139 assists in 625 regular season games with Calgary, Colorado, along with Florida, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and St. Louis. He has added 16 assists in 65 postseason contests. And that's the day in sports. Guys, it's back to you at the news desk. I'm Aaron Cox.
Folks, thanks for joining us here on 18 Eyewitness News. Dustin and I will be back again. Until then, have a wonderful and blessed weekend. God bless.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com.